It's Julie. It's Wednesday, the 2nd of December, and I was going to try to record this yesterday, but I was trying to save my throat and my voice for today because I had to work. You can tell I'm a little hoarse, although I look like a person, I think. But yeah, I am totally dealing with a really nasty upper respiratory thing, so sorry I sound so rough, but I wanted to get this done. I tried doing a really fun thing with it yesterday, and I would recommend that if you are trying to mimic the video for Bob Dylan's Subterranean Homesick Blues, you really need to have proper card, not sheets of paper, because it just really doesn't work. So, a week and a half ago, I guess, I ended up getting called a trap. And if you're not familiar with the term, most people probably aren't, although if you're a geek, you may actually know. A trap is typically defined as someone who passes for, in my case, it would be passing for a female, but doing so in a way that sort of fetishizes the whole being trans thing, and it's really kind of one of a couple words that you see used more in the adult industry, along with really horrible pejoratives that I can't stand, like she-male and shim and T-girl and tranny, and I mean the last one there makes me think that I'm part of a car. And while Queen had a really great song about sex, equated out to parts of a car called I'm in Love with My Car, which I really love, I'm not a car part, and I'm not a trap. You know, the whole idea behind a trap is that you're trying to present, and at the same time you're trying to with the intent to deceive someone. And I'm not. You know, I identify female. I am female. I am transitioning. I haven't started hormones yet, although I will be as soon as I can, and as soon as I can get a letter from my therapist. It is one of the very first things I'm going to do. People who know me as Julie. They understand. They know that I'm trans. They know that I'm transitioning, and they completely and totally and fully respect my gender and my identity and the pronouns and all that stuff. So I'm not trying to deceive anybody when I use the name Julie. Julie is my name. It is the name that I respond to. It's the name that I prefer. Yeah, I've got a dead name. Most trans people do. I don't go by it other than at work, where I don't have a lot of choice right now. Even like the stores that I shop at, like the comic book store, they know me as me. And even when I don't have this on, because as nice as it is, it's not my hair, although I paid for it, so it is kind of my hair. You know, I could take this off and not look like who I've been videoing, but, you know, so trap's a really horrible word. And on one hand, it's like, you know, part of me wants to say, hey, I pass somewhat, somehow. People think that, you know, I am the gender that I am, which is kind of cool because, you know, I've kind of got. And, you know, as I lose weight with exercise and diet and stuff, I think that my body is starting to take on some slightly more feminine traits. Obviously, it'll be a lot better and a lot cooler and nice something when, you know, stuff redistributes and I kind of have hips to go along with my legs and my butt, and you know, my top gets a little bit more toppy. But at the same time, it's really insulting because it implies that I'm not female, that I'm not a girl, that I'm hiding or deceiving. I'm hiding something, or I'm trying to deceive people into thinking I'm something I'm not. And that's not the case. I am what I am. Be what you are. To quote Edie Brickell. So yeah, there are a lot of things that people probably don't have a problem with. I'm sure that there are trans people out there that don't have a problem calling themselves a tranny or whatever. And, you know, more power to them. I have an issue with it. And if I were talking to you and you didn't have a problem with it, I hope that you would understand that I would not be calling you a tranny. I would, because I can't stand the word, I would be calling you trans. And I would hope that you would respect the fact that I don't like those words. And if you called me that, I wouldn't be talking to you anymore. Same thing with she-male or shim or T-girl. I mean, yeah, I call myself on my video and my blog and my Facebook and my Twitter a trans girl because I like that term, and it's not a pejorative, and it's not nasty or horrible or degrading. But that and trans are kind of the things that I use. And I use she, and I use her. And occasionally I use goddess of the universe and queen of all that is awesome. But there's no way to really shorten that. So I don't get called that very often, and I don't get to use that as an honorific as much as, you know, Ms. or her or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of important to me and my identity and everything else. So, you know, it boils down to respect, and I don't care if you know me or not. Respect me as a human being. Don't try to figure out what my dead name is, because it's a dead name. I'm not the person that I had to be to try to survive for years and years and years. I am the genuine me now, and I will become more genuine as time goes on. Respect my identity. Respect other people's identity. If you don't know, ask. Ask what they would prefer to be called. Ask what their pronouns are. You can tell my throat's starting to get really, really raw, and I am so sorry. But this is a subject that really matters to me, and I think that it matters to a lot more people than people that just basically say, hey, I don't have any problems with any of these terms. Again, I think that they're more prevalent in the adult industry. And, I'm not in the adult industry. If you are, that's great. I don't have any problems with that in any way, shape, or form. But I respect people for being people. And I would hope that people would respect me and my wishes. So, yeah, I think that covers it. Sorry for the background noise. There are other people here, and I can't tell them to be quiet. So yeah, I think that covers it for tonight. I have dinner here, and I plan on eating it real soon. And I've got a whole bunch of music to listen to tonight, and brand new comics. Hold on. Because, yeah, today is comic book day. Woo! One of my favorite days of the week. So, new X-Files comic. Awesome. I am such an X-Files fan. And I totally wanted to be Agent Scully when I was younger. Still do. Paper Girls. This one is really awesome. I love it. It's set basically... and the characters are, they're the same, when this story is set, they're the same age I was, basically, when the comic book was happening. So, it's really cool, because everything that's going on, it's like, I remember, this political thing. I remember the election and all that stuff, so it's really cool, and kind of scary that, that was when I was growing up. And finally, Lady Mechanica, the graphic novel, which I have been wanting to read forever. The character is based on the steampunk model Kato, and it's Victorian. I love the Victorian era, so I'm really looking forward to that. And those are pluses and really cool. And so that's just trying to lighten things up after a lot of really heavy stuff. I'm going to get off of here because I have to work tomorrow, and I need some kind of voice. So have a great night. I will get this up shortly, and I will see you guys next week. Bye for now.